Sing to the Lord, you his faithful ones, and praise his holy name. For his anger lasts only a moment, but his favor a lifetime. Weeping may stay overnight, but there is joy in the morning. When I was secure, I said, I will never be shaken. Lord, when you showed your favor, you made me stand like a strong mountain. When you hid your face, I was terrified. Lord, I called to you. I sought favor from my Lord. What gain is there in my death if I go down to the pit? Will the dust praise you? Will it proclaim your truth? Lord, listen and be gracious to me. Lord, be my helper. You turned my lament into dancing. You removed my sackcloth and clothed me with gladness, so that I can sing to you and not be silent. Lord, my God, I will praise you forever. A couple things just stick out at me when I read this. There's something in verse 6. It says, when I was secure, I said, I will never be shaken. Boy, isn't that sort of the theme of 2020? When 2019, Christmas came, January, New Year, 2020, we as a church had 2020 vision, plans, goals, evangelism, excitement, a future vision of the church. You probably had personal plans and goals for the year. And when you're secure, you think, I will never be shaken. And then March happens, and coronavirus happens. And we realized that maybe we can be shaken. Because in our security, there's a false sense of security that happens, that we're holding everything together, that we have it all together. But we know that it is actually God who is holding all things together. Last week, we had an election, and as I shared last week, to understand that no matter how the election shakes out, our hope is not in elections or people, our hope is in God. But for some reason, we, especially as American Western Christians, that we believe that some sort of political favor or gain will never be shaken. If we have this, if we hold on to this, we'll never be shaken. But the psalmist David actually goes on to say that, when you hid your face, I was terrified. There are times, he talks earlier about being healed, that you brought me out of Sheol and other places. And even helping us to understand that God is God who turns against sin, and the reminder that there is joy in the morning. How does David get to the point from it's kind of this whole psalm of being shaken, but being found in God's favor, that he hid his face, but he trusts in you, that God, I was down in the pit, and now you're gracious to me, and I will praise you forever. Well, it comes to us as Christians to know that in the times of security and in the times of struggle, we know our hope is not in ourselves and not in the things that we can see, not in the things that we can control, but our hope is only found in God. And it is when we understand that it is in God, it is in Him, that He is the one that will raise us up, that He is the one who is strong and will make us strong like a mountain, even in suffering. It is then that we find the joy and passion and energy to sing and shout and dance with gladness, because we know it is God who holds us together. One day we will praise God forever and ever. This is how this psalm ends. Lord, I will praise you forever. And one day when we enter into heaven and all the sin that is selfishness and has faded away, we will see how much the grace of God truly sustains us and has truly saved us when we are in His presence with thousands and 10,000s of years to praise His name. So I encourage you this morning that if you're at a time of security or if you're at a time of suffering, your trust and hope and help is always in God. And when you do, no matter how you're feeling today, you will be able to dance and sing and praise his name forever. Thanks for joining us this morning. God bless.